Hey everyone, Cody from Mac Telecom Networks. Back in December 2021, I did a video about the must-have cabling tools, and today we're going to do an updated video on that. I get asked all the time what type of keystones I use, what type of patch panels, crimpers, etc. And also we have my new Milwaukee packout, so we'll go through what I have in there as well. For most of the gear here, I will put links down to my Amazon affiliate. If I can't find it on Amazon, I will try to direct you to the webpage so you know where to find it. If you're new here, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. If you'd like to hire me for network consulting, visit www.mactelecomnetworks.com. You'd find me on Twitter at MacTelecomN. And if you'd like to support my channel other than using my Amazon affiliate links, we do now have Ubiquiti affiliate links, and those will be in the description. So now let's go over to the desk, look at the cabling tools that I use, then we'll go through my Milwaukee packout. The first tool we're going to talk about is cable scissors or cable shears. You want to make sure you have a good pair. This is by Platinum Tools, but you could get them from Klein and other distributors. These cable shears will cut right through cable. And you could also use them to strip your cable. All we need to do is splice the jacket and then pull. And now we have our copper cables exposed. They also have these grooves on the side. If we need to get to the bare copper, we just put the conductor in and then pull. And now you can see the bare copper. The next tool is the I-punch tool by Vertical Cable, and this is to terminate keystone jacks. This is by far my favorite tool. It saved me hundreds of hours when I'm terminating. We don't use 110 punch downs anymore. We use keystones at the faceplate and keystones at the patch panel. Gone are the days of us using 110 punch tools. I still do carry this around with me if we're doing service because there are still a bunch of 110 punch panels. Going along with the Vertical Cable I-punch tool, you can only use their VMAX jacks with this. And these are the Vertical Cable VMAX jacks. I know some people will say, but wait, they're plastic. Well, in Canada and the US, our standard isn't to use shielded cable right now. I know in the EU, a lot of the times you're using shielded cable and you will have metal keystone jacks. We would see on the side, they have stickers for the cabling standards. I use T568A. I know a lot of people use B. Put down in the comments which you use. But as long as you're using a cable standard, you're good. Don't go ahead and make your own. So I'm going to grab a piece of cable and I'll show you how this I-punch tool works. I have all my conductors in the Vertical Cable VMAX jack, and we can see that my jacket is right inside. We're going to put the jack inside the I-punch tool, and then all we need to do is crimp it. So we're going to crimp it, and then the conductors will be cut off. Pull the jack out, and then we put this cap on, and that's all you need to do. So it does save us a lot of time. Still talking about cable terminations, if we're going to be using RJ45 ends or pass-through ends, the best crimping tool, in my opinion, is this Simply 45 pass-through crimper. Here we have a blade where we would strip and cut our conductors, and then once that's done, we would put it in here and trim them. And if you're going to be using pass-through ends, it's best to use the Simply 45 Pro version. They come with this tiny little black cap that you put over the top of the conductors so that there is no chance of them shorting out. So I'll put a cable through here and we'll get it crimped, and then we'll put the cap 45 on. So we have the cables going down the end of the RJ45. We need to grab our crimping tool and then put the RJ45 end in. Once it's in, all we need to do is squeeze, and that will trim the conductors. Now with our conductors through, we want to put this little cap 45 end on. Now with the end on, there is no chance of these conductors shorting out. For patch panels, we use the Vertical Cable Keystone patch panels, and this is a 24 port, but you could get them in 48. You could also get them in 48 port high density patch panels, which have 48 ports in just one U. It also has a cable management arm, which is labeled 1 to 24. So this cable management arm, we would put a little tie wrap, not tight at all, but we would put it around there to keep all of our cables straight. These are wicked patch panels, and I love using them. Now say we used one of these patch panels at a job site, but we only used 10 ports. We use these keystone blanks to fill up the rest just so it looks nice. You can get these in any color, but I do prefer the black keystone blanks. To label my patch panels and my cables, I use the Brady BMP21+. There are different brands out there. The Brothers are also really good. But this, you could label your patch panels, and you could also do wire wraps on your cables. There's a bit of glare here, but you could see that the wire wrap is on this cable. It's saying D01. It's always good practice to always label your cables. And then on the front of the patch panel, I just have this yellow tape going over the ports. So this Brady labeler could do a whole bunch, and there's a bunch of different tapes that you could get for it. Now, if you're doing any cable work, you need to have Velcro on you. And these come in about 25 feet reels, and we could just pull the Velcro off, and then we just cut it to length to bundle our cables. Speaking about bundling cables and making it neat, this is a cable comb, and we could get them off of Amazon. All we need to do is place our Cat 6 cable inside of this cable comb and then pull down, and it will straighten out all of our cables and make them nice and neat. And the last thing I'll show before we go over to my Milwaukee packouts are these 6-inch slim cables. I get asked about these all the time. These ones are by Infinite Cables in Markham, Ontario, but I will put some in the links below that are similar to this, so if you want to buy them, you can. But these are great from going to patch panel down to the switch. Okay, the audio might have changed a little bit. I'm using a different mic, but these are my packout boxes. And on the top packout box, we have all of my keystone jacks. I also have a few extra rolls of tape, and then we have some keystone blanks. I have a pack of rack studs. You never know when these will come in handy. And then we have all of my 6-inch slim patch cables in various different colors. We do try to color code our data jacks, our access points, cameras, so on and so forth. Below the keystones, I have some screws and some anchors. We have a couple of Velcro patches. We have some coax ends. Even though we don't use coax that often, it always comes in handy when we do need them. We don't need to run to a store and grab them. In the next packout box, we have all of our keystone faceplates. So we have dual faceplates, we have single, we have quad, and we have some drywall rings. This would be if we're cutting drywall out and then putting a faceplate on. And we also have these keystone boxes. This is a dual position, but they do have single and up to 6 or 12. This next box is kind of just random stuff. We have my rack stud duos. I have a toner so we could tone and trace cables. We have some tie wraps, and below, which is in my car right now, I typically have my network tester, which is by NetAlley. It's the NetAlley Link Runner 2. Probably do a full separate video on that. Also have some screws, and we have some drill bits. And on the bottom, this is where I keep my drills. I have my DeWalt hammer drill in this case. And then we have this massive hammer drill. This is an SDS by Milwaukee. It's with the lithium fuel. It's the M18. This makes it really easy to go through concrete if the DeWalt hammer drill doesn't do the job. I also have this Milwaukee cutoff tool. This thing is great for cutting through conduit if you need to make it different lengths. We don't do a whole lot of conduit work, but this does come in handy once in a while. So that's going to be it for this video. I'm sure I did miss some tools. Let me know which tools you use and that I should take a look at. Again, there will be links below for pretty much everything shown in this video. If you have any questions about this video, please leave it in the comments below. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button. If you're new here, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. All right, thanks.